Hey guys, today we are going to install a pitcher pump at the Wannabe homestead. So we will need the pitcher pump, which I picked up at a hardware store, some fittings to go into the female end of the pitcher pump, another fitting for the end of the hose, and then adapters for those fittings to fit. The water source is coming from the rain barrel that I have in front of the house, and this pump will allow me to pump water all the way from the front of the house to the backyard where I have the garden. So I'm going to need to dig a hole to put the post in that I'm going to mount the pitcher pump on. Now I'm not digging a well, I'm just digging a hole for the post, kind of like a fence post, since the water source is not a well, it is from the rain barrel. My post will be 2x10 cut into fourths, and then I'm going to screw those together to make a square shape post out of the 4 pieces. My intention is to eventually bury the hose, which is my water line from the rain barrel, but I might do that later. So I'm going to measure 30 inches, mark my 30 inches for 4 equal pieces. Now that I have them cut, use 2 screws per side and get these fitted together to make my post. This is pressure treated wood, and I am using deck screws. Making sure it's nice and flush. And the last piece. Last 2 screws. There we go, all done. Now I just need to choose which side is going to look best. So that's the side that's going to be exposed. And see how it fits. Looks pretty good. It's almost a perfect fit. Okay, so I cut the end of the water hose off and added the fitting and a hose clamp because the threads are different. So I needed the threads to match the PVC. So I've got the brass fitting on the end of the hose, the PVC fitting adapter which will fit into the PVC fitting that's connected to the pitcher pump. And I will use some PVC cement for the final connection. So I drilled a hole so I can feed the hose through. And it's going to go to the top for my connection at the pump. Putting some Teflon tape on the threads. I did this with the other connection too. So my plan is to put this fitting on. The other fittings are on the other end of the line. That way I can just cement and insert it. That way I don't have to tighten and twist the hose and have kinks. But for some reason I forgot to do that. I removed the fitting from the pitcher pump, applied the cement, joined those two pieces, and I did exactly what I was trying to avoid. But that's okay. So to avoid twisting the line, I'm going to have to rotate the pump, which is kind of heavy, but still doable. Got a little bit of cement on my hands. By the way, I am using two 50-foot water hoses, light duty, running from the rain barrel. So this pump is going to be pumping from the rain barrel that is, I guess, about 100 feet away, 100 feet of line. So I'm going to prime the pump. Get some water in there and test it out. Yep, I can feel the pressure. There we go. It works. There you go. That's how you can install a pitcher pump to access water from your rain barrel. And I finished it up with some edging and some rocks.